Yeah, our guys were really excited to get out there and play. Obviously we haven't played the last 9 or 10 days, and to get back out and play Big East basketball, which is the best conference in all of college basketball. We knew we were going to have a really, really tough opponent in Marquette. They're big, they're physical, they're well coached. They got some really good players. I thought our guys really, really fought. I went into the game telling our guys I felt like if we could out-rebound them, that we would win the game. Because I looked at what they have done to this point against really good competition. You think about it, they've beaten Wisconsin. They played UCLA really, really tough out at UCLA. They had one at Creighton. They had out-rebounded all those opponents. And they're big, they're physical, and they have multiple guys coming even off the bench, their size with Justin Lewis. They have as good of a front court, in my opinion, as anybody in the entire Big East. And I thought our guys really battled on the glass. We actually ended up out-rebounded them. We fought. We weren't perfect. I thought early on we had to get kind of our legs back, especially defensively. I thought we really struggled, and they ran really good stuff and executed. I thought as the game kind of wore on, Paul Scruggs, man, he's playing like the best guard in the Big East. He is. He's making good decisions. He's scoring. He's defending. He's doing a little bit of everything for our team, and we really rely on him. And he's playing at a very, very high level right now. Obviously, Adam Kunkel, it's what we expect from him. It's what I see every day in practice from him. Tonight he had it going. I thought he played really, really well. Obviously made the game winner at the very end. But, again, that's what we expect at Adam. Adam's a big-time player. We got to continue to kind of how to figure out all of our pieces to the puzzle. Rotations, how to best put our guys in positions to be successful. Our guys got a lot to learn down the stretch. We got to learn how to close the game, got to knock in the free throws. I thought Jason stepped up there and made those last two, which I was really proud of him. We can't foul a shooter. We're up by 4 points. We switched the ball screen. Kobe McEwen made a heck of a shot, but we can't foul him. But, again, Adam Kunkel, tremendous job there at the very end, knocking in that shot.
First question from Seg.
Coach, can you describe that last play with Scruggs bringing up the ball and then Kunkel? I mean, what you just said, but I mean, it's unbelievable that that young man kept his poise and drained the three for the winner.
Yeah, I had 2 timeouts I could have used there at the very end, and I felt like, I got the best guard in the Big East with the ball in his hands. Let's get the last shot. We had struggled to get the ball inside out of bounds a couple possessions before we actually turned it over. So I was like, man, we got the ball exactly right where we want it. And Paul got through. I like that look for Paul. Paul makes that shot a lot. But just the poise that Adam had, the confidence. He's fearless. That's who Adam is. And, again, I'm not shocked that he made it. It looked good. Right when I saw him about to release it, I was like, man, that's going down. You could tell. But, again, a big-time shot by Kunk.
Adam?
Coach, after a week off, what do you think a game like this says about your team?
Again, I think we have really good chemistry, Adam. Our bench was amazing tonight, just the energy that we had on it. And again, it's tough. Like certain guys aren't going to play as much certain nights. We went with the hot hand. Adam was playing really, really well tonight, and we went with him. But we have good chemistry. We have it. And I keep on telling our group, man, I love our team. I love it. It's got the right vibes. It's got the right feel. We've been battle tested. Mario did a really good job in the non-conference. Man, we played in some close games before. But I like our team. We just got to keep rebounding and defending. We're going to score. We got a lot of offensive talent. Our ball moves. We can shoot the ball really well. It's about defense and rebounding for us. If we can do those 2 things and clean those areas up, man, I think we got a chance to be a pretty good team.
Coach, I know that's a big game and a big win, but it's also a big post-game press conference for you here today. It's the Enquirer Junior Reporter game. And I got my man Miles here. He's got a question for you, okay? So Miles, if you can unmute, you're up, buddy.
Which player do you think will improve the most this season?
Miles, I know this is the first question that you've ever asked on a media, but I'm going to tell you it's the best question that I think I've ever had. I think, man, You could go a lot of different ways, but I'm going to say you look at a guy like what Ben Stanley can bring. You know, Ben just became eligible, right? He can really score and rebound. I thought he played really hard tonight. We're just throwing him back into it, though, right? He's just kind of getting thrusted back into it. He had been playing on the scout team for the last month because we thought he was going to be ineligible and have to sit out. But I think you're going to see he's going to really change our team from a scoring standpoint, rebounding standpoint, and I think he can provide a lot of versatility on the defensive end. That's a great question, Miles.
Next question from Jed.
Coach, who do you think will improve the second? Listening to your pregame press conference, I didn't get the sense that maybe you thought a win today was possible. You were talking about how your players had to get their legs back, and I think a lot of people may have looked at this game and chalked it up as, you know, Xavier hasn't played in a while. This is going to be a loss. You know, how proud are you that your team was able to kind of get through this adversity and walk away with a win?
Really proud. We got great leadership. I mean, Scruggs, Fremantle, Carter, those dudes get it. And here's the thing, like Jed, my whole mentality, we're gonna lace them up. Let's tip that ball up there, man. I don't care. I don't care if we practice 1 day, 2 days. I do not care. If we're healthy enough to play, we are going to play. We all understand. Listen, that with COVID-19 going on, again, people can be full of excuses. We're not making it. We're never going to be that program that makes any excuses. It is what it is. But our guys are excited to play. They want to play, right? And we know how fortunate we are to get out here and play, right? We just went through a quarantine. And you see how quickly that it can be taken away from you. And I think our guys were excited to play. And again, I think that starts with our senior leadership with Jason and Paul, and our underclassmen leadership with Zach. But we're going to lace them up, man. We're going to play hard regardless, man. We may be a little bit rusty. I really don't care, man, but we're going to play hard.
Next question to Pat.
Thanks, Tom. Congrats, Travis, on the win. I thought about halfway through the second half, I was going to be asking you about why the offense was so heavy on leaning on Paul Scruggs. But, of course, the game ends up being another great example of the balance and depth of this team. What's your assessment of the balance of this offense right now?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of guys, Pat, that can get it done. A lot of guys who can score the ball, shoot the ball. We're still trying to figure out our rotations. We got a lot of depth. We got to figure it out. And we got to use that to our advantage. And then we got to figure out how can we put guys in positions to be really, really successful. Right, that's the job as a coach, and we got to continue to figure that out a little bit with our team. But we got a lot of different guys that could step up and do it. You know, tonight I thought Kunkel was incredible. Obviously made a big shot there at the end. Nate Johnson was good. Scruggs was tremendous. You know, but again, Paul's been really good this year is he's done what the game has told him to do. There's games where tonight I think he had 29. There's games where he's had 10 points and 8 assists. You know, like I think he's done a really good job overall of doing what the game tells him to do. He had to play a lot more point guard tonight as well, which he hasn't really done this season. But again, it just shows you how much of a winner he is, man. He's just going to play hard. He's going to do whatever the team asks, whatever I ask of him. And again, like I said, man, he's playing like the best guard in the Big East right now.
Tom, if I could ask a follow-up real quick. Travis, does that kind of play to your guys' advantage a little bit when the fact that you're still figuring out rotations and what guys you want playing in different situations? There's kind of an air of mystery about who's going to be on the court for Xavier in a given moment and who's going to be the guy to take a shot in a certain situation. Is that mystery around this program kind of playing to your advantage right now? I
think so. I mean, I think we got a lot of different guys that could go get double figures in any given night. I mean, again, you look at it. Jason's had double figures this year. Zach, Paul, Colby can do it. Nate can do it. Brian's done it. Kiki can definitely do it. Kunkel, Ben Stanley. I mean, C.J. Wilson. We got. I mean, I'm not even talking about DeJuan yet. Like we got a lot of different guys who can do it. And again, the key for our team is to keep that ball moving as quickly as possible. Keep it hot, and then just do what the game tells you to do. If we do that, we're going to be a really good offensive team.
Joe D.
Hey, Travis, this is going to sound like a dumb question because we all know the answer, but can you verbalize the difference it makes to have a team who is shooting the way your team is shooting right now? I know the last couple of years they didn't shoot to the level that you wanted. So to have a team like this, I mean, look, 13 of 24 is kind of outrageous, but the way the team's shooting consistently this year seems to be a difference maker.
Yeah, I think shooting hides a multitude of sins. It gives you you don't have to pitch a perfect game defensively. And we still got a long, long, long ways to go on the defensive end. But I was proud of how we rebounded tonight. But we got to get better on the defensive end. But it gives our team a big upside, in my opinion. Because again, as long as our ball, again, we're making a lot of shots, but our ball movement, our passing is there. That's what really good shooting teams are really good passing teams, right? If the ball gets sticky and guys just dribble, or the ball gets stuck on one side of the floor and the defense never has to move, that results in bad shots. So I always go back to what are the quality of shots that we're getting, not just making shots, right? But the quality of shot, and we're getting the right shots right now for Xavier, and I got confidence again in all of our guys shooting the ball.
Next question to Brandon.
Coach, I know 2020 is obviously different. It's not a sold-out Cintas, but where does this rank as finishes for you as a head coach watching that? I mean, it's a crazy buzzer beater by a hometown kid. It's got to be up there, right?
Yeah, man. Like I've said, man, you enjoy every single win that you get, understanding that wins in this league are really, really difficult to come by. I mean, it's a heck of a league, but couldn't be more proud of our team. Again, our guys fought. Again, Kunkel made a huge shot there at the very end, man. You could just see, like, our whole bench at the very end. You had a big dog pile down there, right? And, again, I think you just see the chemistry and the camaraderie that our team has, man. It has it. And like I've said this before, it's going to bode really well for us moving forward.
Next question to Andy.
Andy, I think you're on mute.
Does that work?
That works.
Hey, Trav, I understand that Jonas Hayes had the scout. He wasn't available. What kind of adversity did that present? He wasn't there for you.
Yeah, he got stuck in the locker room again. That dang door, man, it just won't let. I'm just kidding. No, he. Again, like, it was fine. Like, I had a week to watch Marquette, right? Again, like, once I started to figure out, hey, this is who, I kind of took, me and Jonas both did the scout, so I felt really, really, really comfortable. It wasn't like we had like a date, 1.5 days or 2 days turnaround. So it was fine. I let Coach Jackson kind of dictate the matchups and stuff because he had Marquette previous years, which I thought really helped as well. But we missed Coach Hayes. And, Coach Hayes, if you're out there listening, man, we miss you. Can't wait to get you back.
Travis, any sense of revenge after the double overtime loss to Marquette last year? There were some free throw problems, and now this one, you sort of flipped the script.
Yeah, again, like I've said with our guys, man, I love our team. Our team is resilient. We're going to fight. We're going to play 40 minutes. Marquette, Coach Wojciechowski does an incredible job. Very, very well coached, and they got a great program. So that's a great win for us.
Adam.
Travis, what can you tell us about Dwan's situation and kind of what he's going through and what he's got to do to get back on the floor?
Yeah, there's just a series of protocols. Again, obviously he wants to be out there on the floor. He was on the bench tonight. But again, just per protocols, we got to go through a series of hoops he's got to kind of jump through in order to get back out there.
One last question for Coach.
Miles, you got one more?
Yes. Who do you think had the bestest game today?
Whew, man, that is tough, Miles. Because you could probably go one of two ways, man. You could say, dang, Paul Scruggs really, he was terrific. He was absolutely tremendous. But you also got Kunkel, who made that big shot at the very end, right? Man, I'm going to give it to both guys. I thought both Adam Kunkel and Paul Scruggs were really, really, really good. Miles, I think you found a future career. I do. I think you could be a reporter, man. Adam, I hope you're not getting nervous.
I'm always nervous, Coach. These young guys are coming for me. Good job, Miles. You did well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.